Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. What's up, cuties? Thank you guys for joining me. I gotta hop in this real quick. Child, today has been crazy. Hold on, let me respond to this text. Come on in, hit the like button for me. We are going to, why do I have this on my screen? Go over the hot new show, Hard and Hustle. It is excuse me. It is not a CK production. And when I tell you, you can tell, you can tell. Give me 1 second. One second. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Thank you guys again for joining me. Come on in and hit the like button. I had this scheduled initially for tomorrow. But I had to change that to a late night live, which I love. Shout out to you guys that joined me last night. I truly enjoyed it. And I'll be doing that. Need to run after work tomorrow. Make a run. And then we'll be live a little bit later. But going forward, my recaps of Hard and Hustle will be on Sundays. And I believe I have it scheduled for 3 p.m. Central. Let me double check. And I hope you guys join me. I really do. This show is awesome. 1 p.m. my time, yes. So that's 3 p.m. Central. We are watching this on Patreon live on Saturday nights. If you guys want to join us, feel free to do so. I'll drop the link in the comment section. But we're watching this live Saturdays at 8 p.m. Central. You guys know I'm 2 hours behind. 8 p.m. Central, I believe. Yes, it's in my comment, child. And what an awesome discussion we had this past Saturday. So as I mentioned, and we got into some debates and everything. Do you hear me? And it was great. It was great. So what I'm going to start off with, guys, is showing you guys the picture of the cast. And I'm going to show you a different way as well, because with this being a series premiere and the series first episode, it's a little bit hard to try to remember the names of the ladies. So I do have them on this thumbnail, but I'm also going to show you guys over here on this page that I have opened up. Give me 1 second. Let me enlarge it. And then I'm going to get into my live recap. Look, I have missed, in a way, child, in a way, doing live recaps, taking notes and all of that. I take a little bit more detailed notes when I'm giving recaps on YouTube. I do take notes on Patreon, but it's a little bit condensed. So I missed it a little bit. I really missed just giving commentary like this. And with Divorced Sisters, when they come back, I will be doing YouTube recaps as well, but we'll still be watching that on Patreon. But let's go ahead. Hello again to each and every one of you. If I didn't have 5 pages of notes, 6, child, I promise I will speak. So just come on in, hit the like button, share the video, and we're going to get right in. But as you guys can see right here on the couch is the 6 ladies. Why won't you let me do this way? I don't want to do it that way. Let's try this. Hold on, guys. All right, that's a little better. But these are the ladies of Heart and Hustle Houston, and we'll go through each lady. But I will go ahead and give you the premise, I guess, of the show. It is a new docu-series following 6 Black women balancing family, friendships, and booming careers. And it did just start this past Saturday. One of the ladies on the show is Elena. Elena. Elena is the founder of Color de Jour, that is a renowned beauty empire, mentoring future makeup artists. She's a mom of 2. We had questions about that. I think we missed that Saturday or they didn't share it, but she is a mom of 2. So those of you that were on Patreon, and she's navigating marriage challenges while rediscovering herself and balancing personal happiness with professional success. Next up is the firecracker child. Next up is the firecracker, also known as Chloe. Not also known, that's her name, but she's a top event planner in Houston. She was, oh my goodness, it was heartbreaking, turned a single mom after the sudden passing of her husband. I'll get into a little bit more of that. But she's now reclaiming her vibrant spirit, balancing family life with a new romance, a YN, and testing family dynamics. We'll get into that. Latoria. Latoria reminds me of Letitia Pearson. Personality wise, she kind of looks like her from Bell Collective, but she is a PR powerhouse and philanthropist who started her career at 19. After losing her father, she's seeking lasting love and dreams of building a big family while continuing to uplift others through her work. Love all of these ladies' characters. She has, she's a co-owner also in a business that I'll get into with a partner that they showed during the episode. Debbie, this is your favorite, and she's mine as well. This is Manera. Hold on, child. How do I have this on my pictures? Is this Manera or Labrina? Okay, sorry. This is Labrina. I had to go to my own picture. This is Labrina. Love her. Down home Texas girl. She is the owner of an elite spa, and she's carving out space in the wellness industries. She's also a wife and mother. Her husband is, I believe, a former NFL player, but she or her role is the group's motivator, no nurturing motivator. And she did just that with Elena. We'll get into that. I'm trying to get into this so we can get into our recap. But Munira, she is a former electrical engineer. What's wrong with my tongue, child? But she has since turned into like a lifestyle content creator. You guys should know the lifestyle content creators, they showcase their family and their lives and their homes and all of that, decorating and all of that. And I really liked her as well. She is also a mother of 4, and she's redefining this new personal space that she's in, and the new success. We got Chloe's BFF, Ro. Ro is the nightlife queen. She's an entrepreneur. She's a single mom. She has deep roots in Houston as far as the restaurant and nightlife scene. She's also has ties to athletes. James Harden. They didn't say that she dated, but I'll get into a little bit more of her character as well. And then that is it as far as the ladies, guys. That is it. Hard and Houston, flawed but fearless. And I am, if you can't hear it in my voice, I am so excited about this show. All right. So let me try to get through this recap so I can have a moment to chat with you guys. I do have the names on the screen. I don't know, child, if I'm going to get into as thorough as I was when it comes to that other show, Love and Marriage Huntsville, but I used to take pictures of the scenes and all of that. We'll see. I think I may want to try to do that, but we'll see. But let's go ahead and jump into it. The episode started off with the ladies going over to Latoria's new business. I mentioned to you guys that she is a co-owner with the guy that she's friends with and has been friends with. And they met her over there to chat. As I mentioned, Chloe, the firecracker, in my opinion, guys, immediately do you, sis? Okay, I can't look at the comments, guys. Yes, I like Manera. I like Elena too. I'll say this to start this off. Elena reminds me a lot of Melody Cherie. And once I get to the points, I want you guys to let me know if I'm right. But Chloe got right into the mess. Okay, right into the mess. And I may just take this off. You guys let me know if you, well, let's leave it up here so you guys can know who I'm talking about. But when they were at Latoria's place of business, you know, it's a soft launch for them. The business is not officially open, and she just really wanted them to meet up. Chloe, the one in the center, comes in asking Elena why she doesn't have on her wedding ring. Now, Elena and her husband, Josh reminds me of Martell Holt. Anyway, they've been together for 21 years, married for, at that time, almost 15. And she just let Chloe know, look, I'm not wearing my ring for no particular reason. Basically saying, mind your damn business. But Chloe kept picking. She said that Elena is too prim and proper for her. She asked too many probing questions for me. But she asked her, you know, has she slept with anyone else? Again, Elena and Josh have been together since high school, been together a total of 21 years, married almost 15, like I mentioned. And due to that, Elena doesn't have any experience with any other men, actually. And Chloe said that's boring. Chloe also took the time to tell Elena that her husband is not fine, not good looking. He's not fine. And look, that was out of pocket to me. It really, really was. And I think we'll get to it, but I wanted Elena to check Chloe in that moment. I think that they know that Chloe is this drama queen per se, and she's probably driving the drama when it comes to this show, but she was out of line. Chloe then goes to tell them that she got her a YN. She got her a man that is 17 years younger than her and almost the same age as her son. We'll get into the son. We'll get into the son. That's sort of like Drea, child. That's sort of like Drea. But anyway, Labrina, which is one of my faves, you know, she let her know, look, men are already behind the curve, a little bit immature. He must be throwing down in the bed. And I totally agree with it. Most YNs, I don't want to call them that, younger men, they gonna make up in that area if they can. You know, the sugar mama term was thrown out there, the cougar term was thrown out there. But Chloe said, child, basically she in love. Chloe's best friend Ro, again, look at the screen, is also dating a younger guy, you know, and they are best buds, and they, you know, they're doing some of the same things when it comes to the younger men. They're going to attempt to set Latoria up, and we'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, another thing that we'll get to, but you guys just keep it fresh in your mind right now. Chloe also admitted that she dated a Nigerian for 9 years and he was a scam. Okay. We'll talk about it. But let's get back to Labrina, the spa owner. Um, Labrina and Latoria were speaking, and look, Labrina is just the girls. You know what I mean? She was giving Latoria advice as far as keeping up with top competitors when it comes to their restaurant business and all of that. And we'll get into her. Love her. Latoria and Elena, they meet up, and that's when Elena let it be known that she had a problem with what Chloe had to say about her husband. You know, she said that Chloe could never pull a man of the caliber of her husband. And we'll chat about that because I don't know about that caliber child. I don't know. But she said that Latoria, you know, was this is why I think that Latoria reminds me of Letitia Pearson because she basically said, "Look, I'm really not going to take sides. I do want to not be in the middle of all of this." And she seems like the peacemaker. For those of us that's watched Bell Collective, that was a similar role that Letitia Pearson had in the beginning. And I like her too. But Elena took that time to speak to Latoria about her husband. Her husband quit his job so they can work together. And she wasn't down for that. She wasn't down for that. And she said that she separated it because it was too much and that they need to find their own identities. And I agree with that move. That could be a lot, child. You working with them, you living with them and everything else. So kudos to her for separating it. But I just want to give you guys a tidbit. We're going to get there. She later tells Labrina that her husband cheated while they were engaged. Now, with us chatting and talking and laughing and all of that, like we do over on Patreon, we had the question of, did he cheat while they were engaged, but did she find out later? And I'm here to tell you guys, no, she knew before. We'll get to that. Let's get into Monera. Look in the top on my side right corner. Again, she's a former electrical engineer. As I mentioned, she's a full-time content creator and she's a mother of 4 beautiful kids. The married couples ended up meeting over Monera and her husband's house. Her husband is named, do I have a picture of the husband's child? Not a good one. But Monera's husband is named Norman. Elena's husband is Josh, and Labrina's husband is Will. They all met up, just a soft launch again of the guys, introducing them to the show, I guess. And they had small talk. They talked about marriage. They talked about what it takes to stay married. Elena said, this is another thing that remind me of the whole Mel and Martell situation. If you guys remember, Martell told Mel she needs to talk to some older folks. Well, Elena said that an older woman told her that the best way to stay married is just stay naked, child. Just stay naked. Anyway, the ladies went outside. Elena again, and this is why I say it's so similar, but she told them that she's in this transition period in her life when it concerns her marriage. And with her talking, Monera ended up saying that she feels like she's holding back. I think before I jump into anything else, I think, and I asked this question when we were watching on Saturday, that Elena, and I hope I'm proven wrong. Look, I don't want marriages to end, but if what she said out of her own mouth is going on, then yeah, I want her to get on up out of that because she said that she's suffering in silence. And I think we'll learn more why. But I think that she is going to take advantage of this platform that she's on, this show that she's on, to showcase what she's been going through. And like I said, that's another reason why it just matched up to me. It did. No, Alex, if I'm not mistaken, they were at Manera's house. Now, Labrina and Elena is going to be at Elena's house. This show is on OWN, Sharon. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. The scene where all the couples were there and they went outside and the ladies did and sat, in front of the fire and all of that. Was that Labrina's home or Manera's? I believe that was Manera's. Okay, Ian Alex Chow. Well, let me go ahead and do this commentary. Yes. Okay. Okay. So that was okay. I stand corrected. I thought that was Manera's home. Ian Alex, you can stay. Call me out again if I'm wrong. Okay, so that was also at Labrina's home. Thank you for that. I do know that Elena and Labrina are also going to meet back up at Labrina's home, and it was at that time where they really showed more of her home, the ranch and all of that. Beautiful home. Anyway, let's get on into Chloe and her son. We had a big debate about this Saturday night. Chloe has 3 kids. Her son Nico, who you see on the screen, and then she has 2 kids that she had with her husband. The husband, guys, unfortunately passed away. I need you guys to correct me on this, but I think that I'm right because I made sure to go back and look at this part. It's the way that she worded it. She said that they were married for, this is how she said it. And I'm talking about Chloe. Chloe said that she was with her husband for 7 years. They got married on their 7-year anniversary, and he passed away 2 months later from a massive heart attack. So at first, I thought that her and her husband were married for 7 years, but it appears that they most likely were together, got married on their 7-year dating anniversary, and unfortunately, and that's heartbreaking, he passed away. Thank you, Ian Alex. He passed away from a massive heart attack. Now, because of that, Chloe's son, Nico, that you see on the screen here, was, his mom's ride or die. You get what I'm saying? He was there for her. He stepped up in a sense and took on the man of the house role. And thank you, Shelly. Okay. And because of that, in my opinion, yeah, he's a tad bit disrespectful. Look, I know that Nico knows that Chloe is his mom, but the way that Nico was acting, he does not respect her as his mom. And I get that she had to lean on him when she was going through that grief period. He probably had to take on additional responsibilities around the home and all of that. But Nico's the main problem with his mom is that she's dating somebody damn near the same age as he is. And he's not happy about that at all. And he was disrespectful. So the debate that we had, why is this so small on my end? Hold on, guys. There we go. So the debate that we had Saturday night is, look, she's still his mama. And the problem is Nico was walking through her house every day without saying a peep to her. And I don't know about you guys, but you're not going to be in my house, walking through my house with an attitude and not acknowledging me. So anyway, in the scene, that's what she was trying to get out of Nico. Chloe wanted her and Nico to have a conversation and address the issues. Nico wasn't having it and walked right on back out that house. What are you all's thoughts on that? Because that's disrespectful to me. But if we're keeping it real, although she's grown and able to do whatever the hell she wants to do, can we expect your kid to truly have respect for you if you're dating somebody their same age? She's dating a guy that's 17 years younger than her. She mentioned in this show that she had Nico, she was a teenage mom. So, I don't know her age, but she appears to me to be, let's see. Chloe appears to me, I'll give her 40. Let's say that 40. That would mean the younger guy that she's dating is what, about 23? Nico probably 22. But Nico treated his mama like he was the daddy. And I didn't like that at all. I didn't like that. Brittany Janae, that's all I'm saying, sis. Where they do that at? It was his attitude, it was his tone, it was the disrespect, it was all of that. And I think that she needs to check that. We shall see. We shall see later on in the season. Different type of dynamic for sure. And look, we just talked about in Hot Topics as far as adult children disrespecting their parents. And one of them ended up like this. One of them ended up like this, like Jackie Christie. Okay, and Alex, you said she's 42, 43. Okay. Okay. So, huh. So that means the guy that she's dating about 27, 28, somewhere around there. Somewhere around there. We'll see. Before I move on, answer that question for me, cuties. If you're dating someone that's the same age as your kids, um, are they expected to respect your new partner like a stepdad, dad, or stepmama? Or do you think that, yeah, it's probably normal for them to not have respect for their own parent? Deborah, you asked, do you think it's because the guy is his age, but he still seems a little disrespectful? Deborah, I think it's both. I think that's an issue, but I also think that she probably gave him too much power when her husband passed away suddenly. And, I think that he started smelling himself like he really is the man of the house. I don't know. We'll find out watching together. What was next? Because I want enough time to be able to chat with you guys without rushing. Okay, so the next scene is Chloe, excuse me, went over to meet Latoria at Latoria's place, and Ro ended up showing up. Chloe, again, look at the screen, your thumbnail, and Ro, BFFs that are both dating younger men, basically is trying to give Latoria dating advice, and they want to set her up. I say run for your life. We got Chloe that admitted to dating a Nigerian scammer. We got Ro that, seems like she just bounced from, I don't know yet, but they did sort of mention it man to man. And look, I wrote this down for the cutie crew. We'll have to talk about this. Can a single woman give dating advice? Well, they all are technically single, but my question would be, can a single woman give dating advice to married women? That's going to be a future topic for Cutie Crew members only. But anyway, run for your life, Latoria. Latoria basically said, nah, she good. At least in her confessional, she did, and I think she wants to go into a different direction. She wants something serious. She even mentioned then that these younger men want cougars and sugar mamas, and she don't want to be that. She don't want to be that. That's what I'm saying, Lula B. I did have a fling with somebody that was about 9 years old, younger, but it was just it wasn't serious, serious. I don't want to act like it was just hit it and quit it. But yeah, I knew that wasn't what I would have wanted. But he was a great guy. Um, and Alex said, keep in mind the husband died years ago. He was well known in Houston. So sad. Yeah, that was heartbreaking. And the way I'm just thinking back to when we were watching together, the way that they said it, it hit me. I remember gasping. You know what I'm saying? I remember gasping when she first said it because it was unexpected. I knew she was single, but I wasn't expecting that he passed away at due to having a massive heart attack. So sad. Chloe and Rose seem to be a little rough around the edges. Ooh, CDW. We shall see. I do think that they are the girls that's out and about in Houston. You know what I mean? Making it do what it do, hitting up the club scenes and dating athletes and all of that. And naturally, to me, the other ladies, especially Labrina, Elena, and Munera, are more reserved because they're married. You know what I mean? But I do like the mix. I do like the dynamic. If you guys look at your screen, Ro and Chloe in the center are single, dating around and having fun. And then, as I just mentioned, Labrina, Elena, Munera all married. And then we have Latoria that's also single, but she's not trying to be like Ro and Chloe. It's just excellent. Let me get to this last scene, child. The last scene was Elena and Labrina. And I wish I would have. Oh, I did. Snap a picture of them together. But for reference, I'm just going to bring back up because I don't have time to email it to myself. But what an awesome scene as far as women displaying love, care, compassion, all of that. And that's what Labrina did for Elena in that moment. So I want to bring it up so you guys can see Labrina's face. All right. Go back up. Labrina is the one again that is married to a former NFL player. Such a beautiful soul. Such a beautiful soul. Those are the vibes that I got. And she was really there for Elena. So Elena went over to Labrina's home, big, beautiful home. Baby, everything is bigger in Texas. Do you hear me? Beautiful home, beautiful ranch. And she has just an amazing lifestyle. But when Elena went over there, they had a discussion, they had girl talk. And Elena began to open up to Labrina. And I am so glad, just for me, on the outside looking in, that Elena chose Labrina to open up to. I don't think that that's something that she should have done in front of all of the ladies, especially Chloe, who was hating on not only Elena, in my opinion, but especially Elena's husband. And as I mentioned, Elena, I'm gonna need you to check that. First of all, why you looking at my husband anyway to determine if he's fine or not? Sitting up in that lady's face telling her husband basically is ugly. But anyway, she started to open up to Labrina. And she got into some deep things. I need you guys, and this is what we spoke about on Patreon, to pay attention to some of the key things that she said about herself, about how she was raised, and so forth. But Elena told Labrina that she's used to glossing over things. You guys know what that means. She's used to sweeping shit up under the rug, basically. She said that she was told growing up, never look like what you're going through. Never show your weakness. And we had a big discussion about that. Look, I'm not saying that women need to walk around looking, excuse me, broken, or walk around and, looking like not a hard leg, but the opposite of that, just weak and sad and all of that. But I do think that if you have a trusted friend, relative, or somebody, I think that that's something that we need to get out of. That whole saying of never looking like what you're going through. You need to look like what you're going through to somebody, whether that's a counselor or, as I just mentioned, a therapist, I'm sorry, or a friend, trusted friend or family member. My trusted confidant was my mom. And, we talked about it Saturday, but I plan to talk about that a little bit more in members only. But anyway, another key thing that she said is she's used to putting on a mask. She's used to suffering in silence. And I was just happy again that she felt comfortable enough, and based off of the vibes that I picked up, this is the girl that she absolutely should have shared it with, Labrina. And when it comes to Labrina, she made sure to pour into Elena. Before I get to what she had to say, Elena did tell Labrina that her and Josh, her husband, they're in a transition period, that they haven't had actual relations in 2 months, that they are not aligned and things aren't good. We'll get into a little bit more about that in a minute. And that's when Labrina made sure to let Elena know what she had gone through in her own marriage earlier on. I can't remember how long Labrina and her husband Will has been married, but it's been years. It's been years. And she went on to explain that early in his NFL career, she had a problem with them thoughts. You guys know them thoughts, the thoughtin' and bottin', all at the games, child, and at the stadium and all of that. So they experienced cheating, but they worked on it. They went through the fire together, and they basically fought for their marriage. And Elena was listening. She was listening. But in her confessional, she let it be known, and this was at the end, that although she felt really good, child, that's Chloe, she felt really good about her talk with Labrina and all of that. She said that there's something that no one knows about her marriage. But in that sit down with Labrina, Elena told her that her husband cheated on her during her engagement period. What do you guys think about that? And she then went on to say that she don't want people to think that she's weak because she went on to marry him. So that was the debate that we were having Saturday night. I guess we was just chatting and yapping, and we missed that part. So we were debating, like, did he cheat during the engagement and she found out after they were married? But on the look back, guys, she made sure to say that he cheated during the engagement, and she's been struggling with, I guess, those that know about that, them feeling like she was weak for going on and marrying him. But anyway, Labrina ended up telling her, look, do not carry that pain and that you need peace. And that's when Elena sort of broke down. You know what I mean? And it was just an awesome scene again of a sister being there for another sister to the point where she felt safe. You know what I mean? She felt that that was a safe space. And look, I get that a lot. We get that a lot. Those of us that are in this cutie crew, we've shared some ish with each other. A lot of us, rightfully so, has held back and should continue to hold back on some things. But a lot of things that we've shared over these past 2 years, we've been able to help each other. That's what sisterhood is about. It's not going to always be about the good times or what's going on in your life personally and all of that. No, no, you know. But that's how it ended. But this is what I want to say to you guys about the clip that's coming up. Elena and her husband gonna sit down with a therapist, and they showed a clip of that Negro crying, child, boo-hooing. Debbie say she don't like no man that cry. This is her husband in the plaid jacket here. His name is Josh. And look, um, prove me wrong. That's all I gotta say. Prove me wrong about my thoughts of what I think that's going on. But I think that Elena is gonna send that Negro on about his business. We shall see. We shall see. And I say that again as far as what she shared at the end of that episode. She said again, there is something about her marriage that no one knows about. So if you can't tell from the tone of my voice, I am pumped. This show is awesome. I hope and pray that whoever, we looked at the production company the other day. I'm not sure if I saved it, but it is not a CK production. And you can tell, you can tell they got a budget. Okay. You can tell just from their confessional looks and room look. A lot of us know just from watching Love and Mary Huntsville, and I'm not gonna keep talking about that show because I'm over it. But there was really only I hate to say this, but I'll give it to two people when it comes to confessional looks. Mel has always brought it, and I gotta give it to the revenge peer himself, Martell Holt. You know what I mean? That's something that's petty, but it just shows that they dress the part when it comes to that show. And this show is much more than that. But I mentioned that to say that the production is awesome. It's not low budget. It does not seem forced. I only hope and pray that they don't get bitten by the reality TV curse. And what I mean by that is sometimes a lot of these reality shows, as they go on, the cast starts to act. Not all, but some of them. They would rather put on a show instead of putting on their reality. I do hope and pray that the sisters on this show remains that sisters. Because again, with the reality TV curse, we've seen jealousy, we've seen envy, we've seen shade, we've seen relationships like that fall apart. And I just hope that it doesn't. I just hope that it doesn't. But as far as episode 1, making it rain, awesome, awesome show. Awesome show. So I did good, child. I'm getting back in the flow of things of my live recaps. That was good for an hour. But as I mentioned, I will go ahead and drop this again and let me see what you guys are saying. If you watched it, put in the chat if you feel like it was an excellent episode. If you are excited about it, I am. Let's see if I can find the production company again. Hart and Houston. Hart and Hustle Houston. Hold on. Thank you, Tyra. Thank you for gifting a Cutie Crew membership. And Lula B. Lula, you are now a member. Make sure to thank Tyra. Okay, so this show is produced by Jesse Collins Entertainment. Now, let me open up another tab and do another search and see if we can get a face. Let's see. Jesse, oh, I got to follow him on Instagram. Hold on, guys. All right, all right, all right. Hold on, let me click follow real quick, and then I'll bring up the page for you guys. And then I'll read some comments, and then we will be out of here. Give me 1 second. Share screen. Let's take a look real quick. Okay. And I'm going to go down here. Give me a second. I'm trying to put it where. All right. So let's scroll real quick. So this is the show. And that was Jesse Collins. Is Jesse a female or a male child? I don't know. I don't know. The suspense. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. I believe this is him. Why Beyonce and BET? Yes, keeps calling Jesse Collins. Not only is he an artist, he also knows how to execute. That's what Oprah said about him. And on Monday, we missed this. I hate that I hadn't been following him. He was at the BET Awards. That was back in June. So kudos to him. Jesse, stay away from Carlos the King. Child, let me see if I see any pictures. Please stay away. Who is this? Is this his wife? Nope. But this was Jesse Collins at Black Women's Music. Let me see if I'm able to share his link. Jesse, please. All right, I was going to try to copy the link, guys. But please don't disappoint us. We are excited. We are excited. And look, we needed this. We needed this, okay? Shout out to Tyler Perry because we needed Divorce Sisters as well. Excellent, excellent show. That's scripted. This is reality. And I'm down for it. I'm down for it. Let's see. Give me one more second. One more second. I'm still scrolling to see if there's anything else. I'll do some research. I'll do a little bit research on Jesse Collins, and I feel like I've heard that name before. All right, here is he and Deion Sanders earlier this year. You guys can't see it, but I'm still scrolling his page. So awesome show. Highly, highly recommend. Highly recommend. And also, I'll just say to you guys, my Patreon is probably $5 a month. If you want to come and have live discussions, we chat during all of the shows that we watch during the commercial breaks, and then at the end, in a little bit more detail. Hey, Tootie, my live watch parties at this time is Patreon only. When it comes to a couple of the Bravo shows, it was Cutie Crew. And hey, Danya, it was Cutie Crew. And I will share the link for Cutie Crew members. But as of now, Cutie Crew, I love you. We still gonna do our thing. If you want to watch live with us, you do need a membership on Patreon. Let me see what you guys are saying. Well, let me see. Teresa, now I know you had something going on Saturday night. Did you watch? Let me know. Shout out to 92 of you guys. Please hit the like button for me. Nanny, you said Black women are always expected to hide their pain and show up looking strong and well put together, even when they are falling apart. Thank you for saying that, Nanny, because I made sure to hone into that this past Saturday. I think that we do a little more damage than good when we do that. And I'm not saying come out and tell the world your business, but you got to release that. You have to release that, because when you do that, An excellent point, Nanny. But when you do that, sometimes that stuff start festering inside, and that brings on stress, which could bring on a stroke or high blood pressure or other issues. Find you somebody that you know you can trust. And look, if you want it to be a stranger, then a therapist. But please release that. Elena said out of her own mouth, and this is why. Look, I've never felt that. And the reason how that was proven to not be the case, I never felt that Mel used Love and Marriage Huntsville just as a platform, period, or to just showcase her pain. Because we know that while she was on Love and Marriage Huntsville, she ended up having another baby, Sugar Mama, still having relations with her husband for with ill. But for me, it's different with Elena, based off of everything that she shared in this first episode. And sometimes women will use similar things such as having cameras in front of them. Let's say they're going through verbal ABUs, and I'm not saying this about Elena, but let's say they are. Sometimes they get strength in being able to tell their story. If I could just say it one good time to the public for real. But she said a whole lot of things to me. She said a whole lot of things to me um that made me think that this is how she's going to regain her strength and reclaim her time in my Maxine Waters voice. Suffer in silence, not looking like what you've been through. Too many things to name, and my notes are out of order. Um, saying that her and her husband are in this big transition period. She wasn't talking about working because she had already said that she split that up. She said they need to evolve in their own way, separately. And that, look, that was loaded. That was loaded to me. It really, really was. All right, and Alex join. You see the link, sis. You guys will also see on Friday and Saturday. Double check my community wall, but I do put up a post to let you guys know that we will be watching. And on that post, you will also find the link. Now, if you want the extra goodness, a twofer, if you will, Cutie Crew membership is $5. I don't have different tiers. I don't have different levels. I don't have any of that. Started it off with that, and that's what it is. And Patreon, the same thing, $5 or $5.99. I don't know, but I know that they've been the same price. So if you got a $10 to spare, get you some sisterhood, child. As I mentioned, we also share things that we're going through. We've also gained strength from each other about things that we've gone through. We've needed to be by each other's side when family members have passed away or surgeries, or you know what I'm saying? It's deep, deep, and I love it. So again, get you a twofer. Get you a twofer. Let me see if I got my Cutie Crew membership. Hold on. Hold on. Shall all of these links. All right. So if you want to join the Cutie Crew membership, feel free. Cutie Crew, I didn't even have time to see if you guys commented, but I was going to attempt to chat with you guys today, but look, let's shoot for tomorrow morning for that, because I had to reschedule some things because I got to make a run tomorrow. But that's the link for the Cutie Crew membership. And then this is the link for my Patreon membership. Look, the live discussions, baby, while we're watching these shows. Now, this is what somebody said Saturday. They said, and you guys that watch this, let me know if you agree. I don't know who said it, child. I don't know if it was Girlfriend Chronicles. I believe If my memory serves me correctly, hold on, guys. Hold on. It was Girlfriend Chronicles that said that Chloe reminds her of Portia Williams. Now, Chloe is the one that said she dated a Nigerian for 9 years and he was a scammer child. That is Portia vibes. That is Portia vibes. But Jesse Collins, kudos to you, sir. Kudos. Please, please just keep it on this track. I expect drama. I expect drama, but it does not have to be nasty. It does not have to be a gang up, if you guys know what I'm talking about. If you catching and picking up what I'm putting down. It does not. Oh my goodness, Danya, don't make me cry. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Danya, God is, oh, that just stopped me in my tracks. Thank God, God is good. I am not going to say publicly, but the cutie crew, no. Oh my goodness, sis. God is so good. So happy to hear this. Child, you could have just said this in a comment or text me. You didn't have to send me no super chat, but thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness. That took my breath away, Danya. We prayed. Some of us fasted. And God is good. God is good. So happy to hear that, sis. We love you. We love you. You know, we're gonna talk more about Philly girl better not be in here. You know, we're gonna talk more about that in members only. Yes, sis. Where's Philly girl at? Philly girl bet not be up in here. I see you guys saying hello to Philly girl. Hey D. I bet not see Philly girl up in here. Philly girl in 2 minutes. 2 minutes to be exact. And you guys know what's going on with her. I don't see a child. She must be hidden. She better be. I doubt if she's in here. So who put hey Philly girl? Because I don't see her. Simone said, chit chat. Now, why are you selling me on H&H? You know I'm on strike on OWN. Girl, look, you better get on over there and get you some of this show. Look, Simone, if we did that, hold on, guys. And you know I talk about this a lot. I talk about this to the cutie crew. Thank you again, Danya. Thank you again, Tanya. Taya, excuse me. Unfortunately, sometimes in life, and I don't know if it's unfortunately, but we got to be able to separate some things. So I know that a lot of us was upset when it comes to OWN not standing on business, when it comes to, I feel like, and a lot of us felt like making a decision when it comes to the whole Martell and all of that. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, since OWN and that whole network was created, I've been an OWN fan. And look, I just feel like karma will spin the block for all those involved in another way. But Simone, you know we love your commentary, so you better join us Saturday night, child. We're gonna be over there. Teresa, you say the part you saw was good, but you had to disappear for a while. Yep. It was good. It was good. I wish I had more time to discuss. Shelly said the show is top notch, isn't it? Isn't it? No, I didn't get a CK vibe. Okay. Like I said, Carlos still got them folks sitting on that same damn blue couch in the confessional. Carlos is still on some of the same storylines from season one, damn near episode one. It's just fresh. I feel so good. I feel good for the shows that we've watched together in the past 2 months. Divorce Sisters, as well as this one. And we will also be watching Beauty in Black starting September, season 2. So right now on our own, we are catching up by ourselves individually on season 1 if we didn't watch. But starting September, it will be season number 2. And I can't wait to watch that. I hear that is awesome. So it was good. I haven't felt this way giving commentary about a show in a minute. Again, I missed giving recaps. You know what I'm saying? But I do plan on going forward. And I missed it. I spoke about Real Housewives, but I spoke about that show more on a hot topics type of level, but going forward, Real Housewives of Potomac, Married to Medicine, Real Housewives of Atlanta, when it swing back around. Going forward, I will be getting back into my recap bag, but I will also be doing hot topics, okay? Okay, you guys are just saying praying for Philly girl. Okay, because child, I'm looking at my clock like, no, ma'am. She better not be up in here. And yes, sis, to God be the glory. Oh my God. Danya, we have to talk. If you have a free second, whenever you get a second, give me a call. I know that we texted just today, right? What we do today, child? And I gotta go. Let me see. Yesterday. But you guys, Cutie Crew members, you saw the post. We already know what's going on. And again, shout out to anybody. Aunt Debbie. Let's be clear. Danya, Philly Girl for Life, myself, all of you ladies in the Cutie Crew membership, and Pink Diva, Teresa. I'm talking about when we talk about our loved ones, or maybe passings of loved ones, or health challenges and things that we need done and all of that. It is absolutely amazing. Why do I still got Beauty in Black up here? Because I'm not looking at this keyboard. It is absolutely rare and amazing to be able to form these type of bonds with people that you've never physically laid eyes on. To the Cutie Crew, I love you guys so much. And we changing that, child, because in about a month, in about 5 weeks, we are invading Las Vegas. So we'll really be able to put faces to, our sisters, and I can't wait. So I can't wait to see you guys. Thank you guys again for joining me. I hate power hours because I want to chat more, but I appreciate each and every one of you that joined me. If you have not hit that like button already, please make sure to do so. Double check and make sure you are still subscribed. I have people telling me they're not getting notifications. And then when they go to their page to click that notification bell, they've learned that they aren't even subscribed. YouTube is tripping. Click that notification bell. Make sure you're subscribed. Click the like button. I'm out of here. I will see you guys soon. Join me tomorrow for a late night live. I love you guys. Thank you again for joining me, and I'll chat with you guys soon. Bye. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT.